Hello, this is Mahlena-Rae Johnson with what I already forgot the name of my event. Why Introverted Leaders Need to Tell Your Story Now. So, as you may know, this was supposed to be a LinkedIn Live event where I went live and told you all the things, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So instead of letting my inability to handle technical difficulties stop me from telling my story now, I decided to record it and then upload it for you all later. So the reason why you're here, why introverted leaders need to tell your story now. The first thing, after going through all this today, and all this isn't that long, it's just a few minutes, but the thing that I want you to get out of this is that you need to tell your story now, no matter what. No matter whether you can't figure out LinkedIn or you can't figure out what's a third-party broadcaster and why do I have to use it to be on another site when I could do this with some other sites. Don't let all those things stop you from telling your story to the people who need to hear it. The people who you probably need to hear you as a media or technology CEO or VP or SVP or director or some other type of leader in your organization are the people that you directly manage. So your team, your colleagues, your peers who are at the same level as you, and the people above you, your bosses, your supervisors, board members. So let's get into the 3 reasons why you need to tell your story now. If you don't remember all the 3 reasons at the end, that's fine. The thing that I want you to take away from this video one more time is that you need to tell your story now, no matter what. Okay, so first, take control of your message before someone else does. It's really easy for you to say, I don't have the right words. I don't know when to tell somebody this. I don't have the right location to tell people. It's okay if you procrastinate. However, if you wait too long to tell your message, somebody else is going to do it. So for example, let's say you have a presentation to do on sailing. I love to choose sailing as a topic because I am not a sailor, and as some of you know, I get seasick now that I'm older. I did in the past as well, but now it's definitely more tangible for me. Let's say you have a presentation to do about sailing because you have a sailing client coming up who needs your expertise. Now, you need to tell your team, you need to tell your peers, you need to tell your supervisors, hey, this is the sailing client that we have, and here's what they need from us. But you don't know exactly how to tell your team what they need to do, how to tell your colleagues how they can help you, how to tell your bosses what they should expect. So, someone else in your organization or outside of the organization leaks this message that, oh yeah, we're your sailing client now, or we heard that you got this sailing client, or how's that sailing client going? And now you have lost control of the message because you have spent too much time worrying about the right words to say. And now everybody is asking you all these questions, and because you didn't control the message, you have to field all this incoming information at you that you probably didn't want to deal with in the first place. So if you take control of your message quickly and say, hey team, here's our sailing client that's coming in. Here's what I'm going to need you to do. Sometimes you need details, sometimes you don't, but just letting them know, we got a sailing client coming in. Here's what I'm going to need you to be aware of. Telling your peers, we have a sailing client coming in. Here's how you can help. Telling your bosses, we have a sailing client coming in. Here's how I think it's going to benefit our business. Now, everybody is updated from you, not from any outside parties, and you have controlled the message. Second, get your team to listen to what you say and do what you want. We can keep going with this sailing client. I don't even know who it is. I guess let's say it's Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye has come to life in CGI form in front of you, and Popeye needs some help getting all that spinach loaded into his ship, or his boat. I guess it's a boat, so that he can go off to sail. Now, depending on what your company is, how you will help Popeye is your decision. Again, it's your decision, not anybody else's. So, if you have taken control of the message, it helps for you to tell your team in story format so that they will listen to what you say and they will do what you want them to do. You don't need to tell them the history of Popeye. You don't need to tell them everything about the spinach. You don't need to tell them everything about the boat. Tell them beginning, middle, and end. Who, what, where, when, and why. Simplify it into, here's our client. Here's what we're going to do for them. Here's what I want you to do. Beginning, middle, end. Keep it as simple as possible so that when you have inevitable questions about Popeye the Sailor Man and his spinach, they will, and at the end, tell them, if you have any questions, please let me know. But if you have a beginning, middle, and end, instead of throwing all this data about who this person is and all the things that they have done in the past and all the things that they plan to do in the future, people get confused and they don't know what you want them to do. And they have lost interest because you have lost the story. So figure out a beginning, middle, and an end, which is who this person is, your client, what you want the outcome to be, and specifically at the end, what you want your team to do. Also, you can tell this to your colleagues and your supervisors. Get your team to listen to what you say and do what you want. Now, third, gain confidence in your workplace communication up, down, and sideways. So, why is storytelling going to help you gain confidence in your workplace communication up, down, and sideways? When you have a message to deliver, having a story format with a beginning, middle, and end helps you when you decide what you want to say to people. And again, taking control of your message before you let someone else do this really helps with your confidence in your communication. You are going to be the one, despite being an introverted leader like me, to take control of the story and build your confidence. To back up just for a minute, all of these things can seem kind of challenging, especially for introverts. We're not people who necessarily want to get up in people's faces and tell them what to do and tell them what's what. But you can think of this as helping people understand how they can help you. And instead of thinking of it as bossing people around or being too loud or having to deal with a bunch of people all the time, this will, one, prevent you from being too loud because you're already going to be prepared. Two, bossing people around because they actually want to know what you want. And three, spending too much time with people who you don't want to, because if you're prepared, that's less time that you have to spend with people. So again, back to my third point, gaining confidence in your workplace communication up, down, and sideways is helped when you take control of your story and tell it in a manner that has a beginning, middle, and end, and keeps you on track for what you actually want. You want other people to do, what you want them to hear your message as. So let's recap. Again, the first thing and the only thing I want you to take away from this video is why introverted leaders need to tell your story now. Basically, you need to tell it. Don't let anybody else tell it for you. So the 3 points are: take control of your message before someone else does, because someone else will, and then you'll have a whole heap of trouble to deal with. 2, get your team to listen to what you say and do what you want by telling them the message in a story format, beginning, middle, and end. Who, in the instance of a sailing client, who is this client? His name's Popeye. What does he want? Or what does he want, and what do you want to do for him as your company? And 3, this is very important at the end, tell those people what you want them to do. If you don't tell them and they're just guessing, it's going to cause more havoc for you in your life. And then 3, gain confidence in your workplace communication up, down, and sideways by telling a story, beginning, middle, and end. It simplifies the whole process of communication in all the ways that you need to do it. Now, I want to invite you to learn more about my offer that I have right now. The current thing, the only thing that I'm offering is a executive storytelling workshop package called Join the Revolution. I will include a link to the page to learn more about it. Essentially, it is a workshop package on executive storytelling for people just like you. It is a group workshop that your company would invest in so that you all on your team can transform from competent leaders to powerful persuaders. And executive storytelling is going to supercharge every aspect of your life, both at work and at home, or like me, and many of you right now, work at home. So I will leave the link for you to learn more about how you can join the revolution and change from a competent leader to a powerful persuader. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment. And you can also email me at mahlena-speaks@gmail.com. And one more reminder, if you are not ready to interact with me one-on-one, you can go lurk on the page that I'm going to link to about joining the revolution. You don't even have to say anything to me. You can just spy with your little eye, or listen to somebody else's what is it, the word translation when they tell you what the words mean if you're not able to spy with your little eye or your big eye. Essentially, I would like you to take away from this that you need to tell your story now. You can connect with me and learn more about it, or you can go lurk on the Join the Revolution page. Thanks for watching.